Pole position, Albert Sultan. Second place, Tony. Third place, Nicky Jakovic. And right behind them, in the order, we have Thomas, Tatala, Petrolhead, AJ, Megadeth, Twizzler, Monolith, and Theme. Rounding out the top 10. Then we have Waffle, GTO, Exoweight, Robo, Sebastian, and Pascal. Completing the field for the GT3 Pro race here at Brands Hatch, round 5 of ACRL.
Definitely.
Nicky Jakovic is our leader. Sorry, what do you want to say?
That was definitely a very twisty course as far as your elevation and twist. Definitely going to be an interesting race. We got 23 seconds until the start of the race. We're going to jump on over here to the first corner.
Yes, we have no mandatory pit stops here, so we will not be in trouble for any incidents here, but still the first corner will be very interesting to see what's going to happen. And let's see what's happening at the start. Here we go. It's Albert Sultan leading the way before Tony and Tuomas is heading into this place. Oh, Nicky Jakovic. Sultan is going a little bit wide.
First corner, everyone's gotten through clean, so we're going to jump back. It's going
very cleanly through the Paddock Hill Bend, and here we go into, Sultan taking a wide line through the second corner. Here we go. Let's see what happens.
Nicky right on the tail of Albert.
Going into the slower corners here. Oh, there's a move, Nicky Jakovic trying to overtake here, but he's not going to make it stick.
Very close there.
It's Albert Sultan leading the way through the fast corners, where the McLaren should be very strong. Let's see what will happen.
Nicky ducking and weaving, coming into this
Nicky's really wanting to take this. Oh, and now there's actually a move going on. Tatala is trying to overtake Nicky on the inside. It's not going to happen. He's backing out of it. And there we have Sultan now having a little bit of a gap to Nicky Jakovic. And Tuomas now right on the tail of Nicky as they head to the last corner to finish the first lap. Albert Sultan now will taking a little bit of an advantage here. And
Albert.
Oh, they're right behind. There's a big fight going on between Petrolhead and AJ. Next to each other down the main straight.
Petrolhead takes
and Petrolhead is going in front.
Closes the door, taking an inside line down that big first-hander.
Going through the second hand, and actually Sultan is really pulling a little bit of a gap here. Nicky Jakovic has to keep his pace if he wants to make a chance today to get another victory. Will be his third victory this year. Oh, but Sultan is spinning out.
Oh no!
Oh my God! He is out, and Nicky Jakovic is away. Oh, he rejoins the track. Oh,
very good. Oh, he got hit, and he's in the wall.
Oh, Exoweight got hit by Albert Sultan.
Oh no!
Oh my God, this is very, very bad. Sultan ruined his chances of a win today, and Nicky Jakovic is now in front again. Here we go. Let's see if Tatala can make his life a little bit harder than on the other races where Nicky Jakovic had some easier wins. Thomas, the only McLaren in the top 4 now, so probably he has to do it today. So let's see what's happening.
Jumping on board with Tomas. We're going to head towards the back of the field though. We'll jump in the Nissan with X08.
Some people in the back are fighting. X08 is probably having some damage because of the hit with Albert Sultan. Albert Sultan is in last place right now. I don't know actually what happened there. He just seemed to have maybe braked on the grass. I don't know. I didn't see it.
It's very possible. A lot of these cars I've noticed definitely have that problem. You get one wheel off during braking in some of these corners, and goodbye, it's gone.
It's one of those corners where you can easily get it wrong and spin out.
Very easily.
So Nick Jakovic is leading away from Tatala, and then we have Petrolhead, AJ, and Tony. Tony actually has been falling back to 5th place. He's having had a bad start.
All going on between AJ and Tony. Tony is right on his tail.
Petrol has pulled a little bit of a gap, and now AJ has to defend from Tony. Of course, Tony will be very fast through his sector here because he's also driving the McLaren.
All three of them. We got Petrol, Tony, and AJ, Tony.
The Nissan is very slow to these fast right-handers, and that's where AJ can close in. And also Tony following easily. Oh, let's see where we're going.
On board with Tony, looking behind him. I'm sorry, AJ. Tony is right there.
Tony right up his tail. And there we go. Petrol sliding through the corner, and AJ. There's
very close, trying to make a move.
Must be coming a move sooner or later. Somebody's gonna do something here.
AJ's off a little bit, trying to keep up with that Nissan coming through all that power down those straightaways.
And Tatala is following Nick Jakovic quite well, it seems.
We'll jump back up to the front with Petrol, or I'm sorry, with Tomas and Nicky.
Thomas and Nicky. Nicky doesn't seem to be able to pull away from Thomas. But Thomas has to get a little bit closer in order to make a move.
Those Mercedes are
actually
definitely heavy on this course.
Yeah, it's definitely not a track that suits Mercedes very well. There's a little bit of a gap now between Tatala and Petrol. Petrol is really having to defend now against AJ. Are we going to see a move here down in the first corner? Not really. This is so close.
Petrol really defending his line.
Yeah, he's really defensive. It's not the type of corners where the Nissan is having a good time.
Oh, Tony and I'm sorry, I keep getting the Tony and AJ are definitely having it out back there. Tony just wants to get around him so badly.
He's just so much faster than the McLaren. It's just taking all his good lap times away now. And of course, it's not a long race, so if he wants to do something, he has to do it quickly before he runs out of laps. Actually, it's in here in the back through the fast corners where he can close up to AJ, maybe make a move.
On board with
down in the left-hander.
We're on board with Tony right now.
Let's see what's going to happen here.
Got that rumble strip. Downhill.
He's closing the gap a bit. Last right-hander.
They're only off about each of them are only off by about 0.3 to 0.5 seconds between them. They are on each other's tails throughout every single corner.
Petrol is really holding up everybody behind him. He seems to be defending very well, and that's where the Nissan is actually very well capable of defending on the straights, locking in the corners. Because on the straights he will just drive away. That's what you see. He's pulling a gap on the straight here. And nobody really can do something.
Coming into the downhill, they're still battling out there.
Tony having a look.
Trying to see if he can get around him.
And also behind AJ and Tony we see Megadeth and Monolith really close together. Megadeth last race on the podium, 3rd place, very nice. Picked up his 3rd place in the last lap. He's been making some good steps for his championship.
AJ's off the course, just slightly.
AJ was off.
Just slightly. Tony looked like he was going for a move.
The left-hander.
Tony looked like he was going for a move, but had to brake suddenly, and he lost all his gains he made on AJ there.
Yeah. It seems that Petrol now has a little bit of a gap to AJ indeed, and we see Tony not on the tail of AJ. Maybe he also made a little mistake somewhere.
Looks like there's a battle going on between Monolith and Twizzer. Again, it's a BMW and a Nissan. Oh, yeah, they were close earlier.
Look back a little bit further. We see Tame and GTO and Waffle also very close together, fighting for the last points. 9th, 10th, and 11th place.
Two Nissans definitely are battling out there. It's a battle of power with those things. Who can keep it under control the most? Coming into the first corner downhill. Hard on those
Waffle
brakes.
dying to make a move, dying to get the final point here.
Looked like GTO was getting a little sideways there. Little Tokyo drift action. Oh, defending his line, but definitely Waffle definitely has him in some of these corners.
GTO is not having a great time here. Oh,
and Waffle taking him on the inside.
There's a move. Waffle. Yeah, and GTO is going very
on
wide,
the outside.
but that's what you can do. That's what you can do in this corner. You can take a wide line, and he's still able to defend his position.
Very close there from all of them.
Nice. Nice fighting. So let's see how we're doing.
I'm going to jump back up to AJ and Tony again.
Front of the field, exactly. Petrolhead still hanging on to his third place, but it's getting harder and harder.
On board currently.
Of course, tires are going to play a role now. AJ is really up the ass. Up the ass.
Yeah.
Up the rear.
I was about to say. Oh, I'd say he's definitely, wow, look at that. Right on his tail.
Go down the main straight, he's slipstreaming. He's able to pull that move here.
Going for the inside.
He's so close. Oh, he's so close.
Oh,
no,
using that
he's going
strip.
wide. He's going wide, and there's Tony coming.
Is Tony going to be able to...
he will lose the place instead of winning one.
Is he? Is he? Yes, he is.
Tony's taking his place.
Tony taking over. Nice try by AJ, but unfortunately it didn't pan out for him.
He just overshot the first corner, and then he has to pay the price.
That is the main issue with this course, and a lot of the drivers will tell you that coming into some of these corners, you'll be ahead on your delta times, but you know that back section, you make one mistake and bam, you're down half a second, and that's the difference between losing and gaining places here.
It's always the case with these GT cars. They are not so forgiving. If you slide a little bit offline, then you will lose a half second to a second very easily.
And those things add up, even in these short races.
And of course, you have to take care of your tires as well in this long race. So that will also influence what you can do in the later stages. So now we can see that Tony is moving in on Petrolhead, of course. Tony, remember, is also driving the McLaren. It's the faster car here.
Petrolhead during practice rounds was actually throwing out some incredible lap times.
Yeah, well, it seems like he's not able to really get it.
And Petrolhead disappears off my map and then reappears.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
A little bit of magic there.
There was some glitching going on.
That McLaren is definitely catching up to Petrol. Petrol is definitely going to have to play real defensive here because, like you said, the tires on the Nissan just get eaten away here.
It's all about defending for the Nissans on this track.
If you're just joining us, we have a battle between Tony and Petrolhead for third place. Tony was our race leader until about the third lap when he definitely got squirrely on one of the corners and spun, also getting hit, so he's probably working with some aerodynamic damage.
Yeah, we lost Albert Sultan in the very early stages of the race. He spun out, got into contact with Exo8, and they're both driving in the back of the field now with some damage. And we just saw a move from Tony on AJ, getting into fourth place.
Tony is definitely pulling up on Petrol. It is a very close race.
He's looking to get the third place, of course, because he wants to get a podium. And he is the faster car, but Petrol is still defending very well, although he is now really close on him. Let's see what will happen if we go down the first corner. But it's again the Nissans on the straight, unbeatable. But in the corners they are just having the trouble. And there's Tony coming, move. Tries to do it. Left a little bit of a gap there, Petrol, and Tony was sniffing, but couldn't pull it.
That one camera is not working for me. It's annoying me. I have a camera where I can like lock onto a certain car and like spin around it. It's kind of interesting.
Oh,
Besides
nice.
the point, it's not working right now. Coming down that back straight. Downhill, coming into this this really quick right-hander. Definitely really tough on those Nissans. Oh, AJ looking for a little move, trying to go for the inside line over the rumble strip. He's definitely wanting that place.
Tony is so much faster through these right-handers.
Oh my goodness. Tony going on the inside.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, trying. On board with Tony right now.
It can be taking much longer for Petrol. Gets the McLaren right beside him. Heading up to the first corner once again. Let's see if Tony can make the corner a little bit better here and try to move on the inside of the second corner. Petrol going very wide, sliding, but there's not enough room to do something. So let's see at front of the field, it's still Nick Jakovic leading away. Just a very
He has a commanding
tiny
lead at this now, at least in my opinion. The whole 2.5 seconds at this point between him and Tomas.
But he's not really pulling away anymore.
No, but he has.
But Thomas can't also get closer, so it seems like these positions will stay like this if no one makes a mistake. That's a little bit of a shame, of course, but yeah, Nicky Jakovic has proven he's always very fast at every track this year.
Jumping back,
especially on race day.
I'm gonna jump back to Megadeth here. We have Megadeth and what looks to be Monolith also duking it out here. McLaren, BMW.
Mega and Mono are already fighting the whole race a bit. But also Mono doesn't seem to be able to get close enough to pull a move on Mega. Let's have a look at our lap times. See if Mono is really closing in on them, on the Mega. And let's have a look. Mega's driving at, they're both driving at 25.9, so they're very similar on race pace at this moment in the race.
We jump back to third place. Megadeth and Petrol still running at each other. I'm sorry, I'm not Megadeth. Tony and Petrol still battling it out back there. They are neck and neck. I think it is very close at this point to say. What will determine whether or not who will make the mistake first? That is the question that we're definitely be asking.
We know from the past that Petrol is a driver who is very willing to make a mistake during the race. So it's going to be very interesting to see if he can hold on to his third place. He can't afford to make a little mistake or he will lose 1 or 2 places. AJ is still not very far away.
This track is all about consistency. One wrong move here and your race is over. Oof, coming in that left-hander. Oh, almost contact from Tony.
And Tony is so much faster through there. You can see just him closing in on
every corner. It's
Petrol. Here we go again, and the Nissan is just so much slower through there.
We're now halfway through this race here at Brands Hatch. 12 out of 24 laps finished. Petrol getting a little wide.
Oh,
he's going forward.
Move, yes.
On the inside.
Yes, he makes. But now Petrol is on the inside line.
Let's see what happens. Can he defend it? He's going for hard braking.
Oh no,
he cannot.
No, he's sliding out, and Tony has got the place.
Tony
finally
closes the door.
Past.
Now we're going to see.
You knew it would be coming. You knew it was coming.
Now we're going to see Tony start pulling away. Oh, he got a little squirrely there.
Oh, what's happening?
Petrol
is now following, but
he's going for the outside.
So much faster here. But of course now the fast corners are coming in. Oh, and Tony's going wide.
No!
He's sliding off. He's spinning out. Oh my God!
No! Trying too hard. He's going to have to get up. Everyone's catching up to him again.
That's exactly what we meant. If you just a little bit offline, you can just hold on to this track. It's so difficult. You saw him defending, taking a little bit more the inside line, and you just slide out. You just. Oh,
he must have some serious problems.
He's having problems.
I think he's also mentally. He might be.
He's not happy now. I can guarantee you that. I don't think he hit something. He didn't hit the wall.
Well, he was hit earlier when he spun his first time, so he may be working with some aero damage.
That's true.
Oh, okay. Here's something we missed. Looks like AJ made a pass at Petrol.
All right. Oh, Petrol Petrol probably made his mistake then.
It didn't, from our viewpoint, didn't look like there was any contact between the two, between Tony and Petrol. But you know, the replays will definitely tell us whether or not there was some form of contact between the two. So now the battles between the BMW and the Nissan.
Tony seems to be picking up the pace now, but I think Petrol actually made a mistake and he lost his third place right again against AJ. But now we see the same move going on in the back with the right-hander, and AJ going still defensive here. Holding on to his position, and he's pulling a bit of a gap now. AJ in the BMW.
This is definitely the back half of this course is definitely where the BMWs and the McLarens definitely thrive.
He should actually pull a bit of a gap through these sectors here, because indeed also the BMWs suit the track quite well. And Pascal is actually going into the pits, I see, right in front of AJ and Petrol. I think his race is over. Well, let's see if Petrol can come back here and try to get this podium position back, because AJ is now all of a sudden in front of him. He must have made a mistake into turn 1 probably and slipped wide, and then AJ was able to pull the move. Oh, Monolith still very close on Megadeth. Try and overtake him for 5th place. And if we go a little bit further back, we see also Twizzler and Sebastian in a big fight for this for the final point.
Looks like Sebastian made a mistake.
And Twizzler's making the move.
There he goes.
Twizzler making the move. He's taking 10th place from Sebastian.
Megadeth and Monolith are definitely right at each other's. They're neck and neck. I'm having troubles. I'm just so excited. This is some really close racing. We didn't think it was going to be
close fighting.
We were concerned this would be an all-out crap fest, only from the standpoint of this course is just so demanding on these drivers and their cars. But very few mistakes, and all the driving has been relatively consistent.
But if one makes a mistake, you immediately will lose a position here. There's so much close racing going on here. AJ and Petrol in the fight, Mega and Mono in the fight, and also still Twizzler and Sebastian are still in the fight for a position. What's happening to Petrol? He's having some issues all over the place with his connection, it seems.
Which is
although
so Megadeth was getting a little sideways there. We'll jump back over to Petrol.
He's having some problems with the setup.
Trying to
not very much balanced.
Oh, looks like Petrol taunting AJ, flashing his lights.
Yeah, he's a little bit faster than AJ. We knew already, but yeah, he made a mistake, and now AJ's in front of him, so he has to pass him on the track now.
On board with Petrol.
Place back.
Definitely, Petrol definitely needs to catch up on these rear half sections. I'm sure at this point, halfway through the race, his tires have got to be on fire.
Yeah, now are the really interesting laps coming for tire-wise problems.
AJ is definitely pulling a gap here.
It's in the right and the left-hand corner where the Nissan is having a lot of trouble, and there AJ can pull a bit away. And in this section, it's actually the Nissan that's having a little bit of an advantage with short straights, where Nissan can win a little bit on power.
AJ with a small mistake going wide there. Looked like he got a little sideways.
And Tony now very close on Monolith, by the way. There's a move going on almost.
Almost.
In the second corner.
Jumping on board with him.
And now he's trying to cut back. But he's not able to make it stick. And Mono is really having to go defensive, and now Megadeth can pull away a little bit, which gives him some air to breathe.
Oh, go duck into the inside. Oh, almost, but Monolith shuts the door.
Great fighting going on here for 5th and 6th place. 7th place, actually. Oh, there's yellow flag. Who's going off? Why is there a yellow flag in my screen? Somebody
Oh
has
no!
gone off somewhere.
Monolith just hit the wall.
Oh my god.
Tony,
oh, no.
Tony takes over, passes Monolith. Now he's going up against Megadeth. Tony is fighting to come back from his 2 mistakes that he's made today.
And Monolith probably has been an action between them, and Monolith has gone wide somewhere probably. We have to look at the replays to see if it was all fair and square in the back of the track.
It did
there.
look, from my camera angle, because I kept it there, it looked like Monolith just got squirrely on one of the corners and just hit the wall.
Mono is out. Mono crashed out in the first corner. What happened?
Uh-oh. Definitely dealing with...
Is this a race? Is he rage quitting?
Nope, he's back. He went jumped in the pits and he's back out. Probably what ended up happening was he took a serious front-end hit from when he crashed that one time. He probably lost all sorts of his front-end downforce. So coming into that first corner, he probably just did not have any kind of grip going into it and just right out into the dirt.
And just spun out and
oh, we got action up front. AJ, Petrol. Petrol going on the outside of that corner. Holy crap, that is close racing.
Again on that corner. It's all the time it's that corner where they are fighting because the Nissan is so fast on that straight. A little straight there.
Getting a little squirrely. Petrol
let's
just
have a look.
Fighting.
And this are the 2 corners where the Nissan is just not fast enough. And AJ can pull a little bit off the gap.
Get a little wide there. We're getting down to the last few laps. We're on lap 18 of 24. Actually, that's following Petrolhead here. We are on 17. They're about to get onto their 18th lap.
Pascal going into the pits again. ACRL also has stopped racing. I see. A few laps back. Probably too much damage on his car. Not working well with the gamepad.
In second corner.
Oh, Petrolhead is so close.
Getting a little wide. Gotta really play that power. You know, it basically like the world's softest brake gas pedal with that car on this track.
He is smelling the champagne, but it's just, oh, he has to make the move on AJ first.
It ain't like a cheap beer you drink in America. You don't just pound that. You gotta really finesse it like a fine wine.
Yes. Petrolhead on the right, on the rear of AJ. And now it's waiting for AJ to make a mistake, but we know AJ is a very consistent driver.
Look, there's a battle going on between, this is Tony and Temi ASD? No. Yes. Did Tony make another mistake? No, he didn't. Did he?
Tony, yeah, it must have been.
Because he's now back.
He's
back there with Temi ASD.
He has fallen back a bit. Also against Megadeth. It's a large gap now. Or Tame picking up the pace, of course. That's also possible. And GTO's coming up there, but Tony seems very slow on the straights. What's happening?
He must have some serious damage going on.
He must have damage somewhere, yes. Oh, and Tame is sliding through the first right-hander.
Damn.
Tony is having a very messy race today. And he will get away with 6th place if he make it stick, but
he's gonna have to.
It's not gonna be much better than that.
That he's gonna have to play seriously defensive for the rest of this race. He's got to hold it out for another 5 laps.
And GTO is also coming up right behind them.
GTO getting a little sideways there, coming out of there, but.
Oh, there's the move already. There's the move. Tame passing Tony on the straight. There must be big aero damage for Tony because Tame is just passing him right on the straight, and that's only.
That is unfortunate.
Probably Tony must have hit some wall or something. Maybe he spun out and hit something. We missed it. But yeah, still Petrol and AJ in a big fight for the 3rd place.
We're going to have to focus on these guys almost exclusively because the battling that's going on between them is just insane. I have never seen so many attempts and door slams in someone's face. It's kind of hilarious.
It's just going on for like 10 laps now or something.
Petrol trying to go for the inside on that rumble strip. Oh, getting a... he's got to be careful that those rumble strips just keep throwing the Nissan off. Right now we're on lap 20 of 24, so we'll see if Petrol can keep up this pressure, and let's see if AJ can manage it. Let's see who cracks first. This is definitely going to be a race to the end. Meanwhile, we got Nicky still in first place with at least a 3-second lead over Tomas. AJ, Petrol, Megadeth, Temi, Tony, GTO Fire, Twizzer, and Monolith round up your top 10. Looks like AJ pulling away.
There's only one real fight going on now, and that's very clearly between AJ and Petrol for the final podium spot. Will Petrol take this place, or will AJ defend and get this third place? Petrol is actually leaving a bit of a gap now. He's not so close as he was a lap before. Let's have a look at their lap times. So when they're crossing the start and finish line. Yes, AJ in with a 24.9 and Petrol is doing a 25.4, so he's losing 5/10 this lap, and we can see that, but the gap has grown a little bit.
His tires are definitely going, but it seems like the Nissan might have be outbraking the BMW in some of these corners. Oh, Petrol getting a little squirrely there.
The brakes on the Nissan are very strong, and also on the line, on the straight lines, the Nissan is strong, but in the corners it's just hanging on.
We're going for a wide line, trying to take as much speed through that corner as he can. On board now with Petrol.
This is actually the straight where the Nissan is really gaining something. This little back straight here. From here it's all BMW and McLaren power. What a race we have going on today.
Very, very intense.
Look at the gap between the second place and AJ in third place. It's a gap of, well, 15 seconds probably.
I think that the only
Thomas is doing a great job today.
Mercedes on the field by Nicky. Nicky definitely taking a commanding lead, and Tomas. Those two, the Mercedes and McLaren power, are definitely strutting their stuff today.
Absolutely.
Oh, Petrol getting a little wide. A little squirrely.
We're heading up to the back markers. Nicky Jakovic. Maybe they can play a little bit of a role in this fight between Thomas and Nicky. We have to wait and see another few laps. Waffles driving right in front of them.
Tony, is a slight battle between Tony and GTO Fire.
Yeah,
Jump back there
close
right
together
quick.
now. And Tony is having a trouble, of course.
He's definitely had some serious aero damage, enough so that he's definitely losing a lot of ground in the speed.
If he doesn't, if he isn't careful enough, he will fall outside of the top 10. Twizzer is also coming in there. While Mono is a little bit further.
Oh!
There's a move going on. GTO just passing him on the straight easily. This is not good.
Ducking in.
Oh,
Taking
that's a
that.
shame for Tony. It's a shame. And Twizzer is also getting...
Something happened to Petrol.
Petrol
lost a ton of ground.
Oh, Jesus, there's a big gap now. Petrol must have made a little mistake. And what is his lap time at 27.7? Yes, he lost 2 seconds in this lap. Almost 3 seconds.
His tires are definitely gone.
We can very well say that this fight is probably over now, because there are not enough laps left for Petrol to close in, and probably his tires are so wasted now.
We're going to jump back to the GTO.
Yeah, Twizzer is coming up to Tony now.
Let's see what.
And we're going.
Let's see if Twizzer can take back his spot. Take this over.
We'll have a close eye on the back straight, where we see the top speed of Tony is just not what it used to be.
You know, I could sing a song right there, but it'd be really dumb. Oh, Twizzer getting a little sideways, losing ground.
Ooh,
he's pushing it.
A bit. Oh, that's a shame, because now the straight is coming where he has to make the move.
Oh,
and it's not gonna happen now.
He is all over the road.
Everybody is getting into trouble with the tires now.
Was that?
What's happening?
Oh, hold on a second. Nope, I was wrong. Petrol going off the track. He's losing more and more time. It looked for a moment there he was going to be... He was gaining on AJ, but not anymore.
Why are...
I think this is the final lap.
Yeah, we missed the lap. I think this is the finish then.
So let's see, right on here, last corner, can Twizzer make a move on Tony?
Yeah, there he comes.
There he goes. He's punching it. He might just pull this off.
Yeah,
that is going to be a photo finish.
Makes it stick.
Wow.
Oh, Tony is losing another spot in the final meters of a race, and he will end up 9th place today. Oh,
Tony is not happy.
Yeah, he's not a happy guy today.
Ooh.
So actually, we missed the finish, but Nicky Jakovic taking the win today. An easy win. Tuomo Statala is doing great job today. With 2nd place, his best result of the season, and he will make a big step in standings probably with the points that he will get today. He will mixes himself up in the fight for 2nd place in the standings, together with Tony, who has made a mess of his race today and only got the 9th place, or what is it? Yeah, 9th place, right?
Who? Monolith? Tony ended up taking. Yes, 9th place, you were right.
Yeah. Alright.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Brands Hatch. My name is Complex, my co-host.
Sile.
This has been Brands Hatch. Let's see if we can get some post-race interviews, shall we?
Yeah, sure.
Let's head into the pro race. Who should we bring up here? Let's talk.
Well, Tony is interesting, I guess.
Let's talk to Tony. I think I have the ability to drag people. Oh, Tony does not appear to be in the.
He's not on the mic.
No, it doesn't look. What's his name on?
Yeah, he's muted.
Actually, let's go talk to Petrol. That battle.
Let's ask about Petrol if he spun out or what happened to him.
User joined your channel.
So Petrol, doing a couple post-race interviews here. What the heck happened in the back section? You were on what was it, AJ, for a very long portion of that race, and all of a sudden it just kind of fell apart. What happened?
Oh wow. You know, in front of me, Tony was trying to pass me at one point. Held the inside, he ran wide and span, so there's 3rd place for me. And then later on, I made a mistake, went wide, and there's AJ. Managed to keep up with him for quite a while. Had about 3 attempts, all in the same place, on the straight, around the outside. Couldn't do it, tyres were completely gone. And then lap 22 or something, went wide, and I lost him, and then did the same on the last lap as well, basically.
Yeah, you looked so strong for getting the final podium spot, but in the end you just lost out again on AJ.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, he was quicker than me, if I'm honest, and his tyres lasted a lot longer, so I was sort of expecting it.
User joined your channel.
You know, I'm still after a 4th. My teammate got 7th. It's a good points haul for us, and it's a good day for Team Dogs Bollocks.
Well, good to hear that you at least had some good points advantage this round. So now we also have Twizzer here. Twizzer, what did you think of coming up on that last straightaway, passing Tony?
Oh man, that was intense.
It's the closest finish ever.
We were watching that going. That is a photo finish right there.
Very nice fighting going on there.
Yeah, I had on the first what was it, lap I think 8 or something, I spun right behind Mono and Mega, which had a really nice fight going on, and I was sort of following them as well, making it a 3-way fight, but I spun like an idiot. I hit the grass. I think it was because
in the 3rd corner, right?
Yeah, in the corner 3. I usually follow sort of the line the car in front of me does, and apparently the Nissan is a lot wider than the BMW, and I followed Mono, and my right rear touched the grass, and around I go. So after that I was just a bit shaky trying to get back into the mood, made another mistake, fell down to, I believe it was something like 12?
Quite possibly.
Pass.
Yeah, outside of the points, and then you were working your way up into the
Yeah.
points again.
Fought my way back up until I guess 9th. If it would have been a longer race, I suppose I might have even gotten 5th, catching probably Mega as well. I do believe I had better pace, but yeah. I'll have to
Yeah,
see
Mega
that
and
later.
GTO.
Yeah, at least GTO, hopefully, and team as well. So I could have, would have, should have 6th place, but yeah, off you go. At least no damage. That's a good thing. No incidents.
No,
It's a
no
pretty clean
major.
race.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
fairly clean race. There were one of the things we were commenting on was the fact that this track is all about consistency, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like Tony. Tony actually does. Was it Rubigello? Yes, that he seemed to be
Rubeo.
Rubeo. I look, I'm American. What can I say?
That poor man.
Everybody's
It's
saying
okay.
it.
Everyone butchering
Okay.
his last
I'm
name.
sorry.
EXO.
He was definitely. Let's see if we can get him. Let's see if he's willing to talk to us.
I do believe he had some damage. Yeah.
There were a lot of people having trouble. That's what Petrol was spinning. Tony has been spinning a few times, and there are a lot of fights going on. People having trouble with their tires.
Oh.
Yeah, how was your tyres, Twiz?
Oh my god, my tires are absolute shit. They went to 98 on lap, I don't know, 12? Like right after I spun, I just went, well, my tires are gone. Great.
That is going to be a major problem for the definitely North American races as well. And a lot of people, for what I can tell, drive the Nissan in that, and it's definitely going to have some serious issues coming into this. It's going to have to be it's something they're going to have to definitely play, because if you run real fast in this series up front, it's going to be a major issue if you don't you got to play the tire strategy essentially.
It's mainly on the back section you start understeering. Like,
Crazy.
when I was
Yep.
trying to take AJ around the outside, I just couldn't turn. And then he'd just hold it, no problem. If I was on 100% grip, I'd have a much better chance, but I was on 98, so rip.
It appears
Yeah,
that
I'm amazed.
Tony does not want to talk right now due to his I don't speak a good English.
Oh,
We neither.
Oh.
Is there
Well, anyways, nice fighting today, guys. And
Definitely.
I think we can round up this broadcasting of our race.
I mean, I would shake your hands, but I can't run the internet.
Yes, internet handshake.
Shake. I'll write in the chat, shake. Shakes hands. There you go.
Yes.
You
No
forgot.
champagne, no champagne for you today.
Unfortunately not.
Well, like we said before, my name is Complex. With me, I have.
Soil,
This has been Brands Hatch.
once again.
Once again, round 5 of the ACRL, the GT3 EU Pro Race. Join us again tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the NA Pro Race. It's sure to be a hilarious, because it usually is with the NA Pro scene. And I'll be there. You get to watch me make a fool of myself.
Hey!
Shut up, Petrol. Anyway,
You'll be good.
thank you everybody for joining us today, and we will see you later.
Have a good night. Ciao.